Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Amethyst, and I'm your chief show attendant. On behalf of the two hosts and the rest of the crew, welcome aboard Weird Wednesday Flight number 13, non-stop, from your current location to parts unknown. Our flight will be at about 2 hours, and we'll be flying at the speed of sound. At this time, make sure your seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position, and that your seatbelt is currently fastened. Enjoy the ride.
What's up, everybody? How's it going? Welcome to Weird Wednesday. What's going on, Jamie?
Hey, just getting the last of the links posted. How you doing?
I'm doing better than I was.
Finally.
Drug my ass out of the quagmire that I was in. Somewhat. Quagmire. What is that? Is that a word that people use again nowadays? I don't know. Or is that one of those?
I don't know, is it? Because I just think giggity. What was the actual definition of a quagmire? Like a funk?
I guess, yeah. You know, some of those words my grandfather used to use. Fiddlesticks. Fiddlesticks. He'd never like cuss, really, but he'd say all kinds of those old catchy phrases.
I like those old catchy phrases.
Yeah. I got some catchy phrases I'm going to bust out with probably tomorrow. Everyone wants to know how Florida is. Florida's pretty good, actually. We got a hurricane that bumbled on by and kind of skirted to the west of us, and we got some rain and a little bit of wind. I think it blew a lawn chair over in my backyard. Other than that, just rained all day. We survived Hurricane Elsa.
The pups were okay.
Yeah, they don't like it when it thunders too much, but my one dog, the little black one, she's just out in the rain today. She's like, I'm going outside. I don't care if it's raining. And then when I let her in, she was all completely soaked and muddy. And before I could get the towel on her to wipe her off, she like shot right between my legs and ran in the bedroom and jumped up on the bed in the blanket. My gosh, son of a bitch.
I bet little Tiki wanted nothing to do with any of it, did she?
No, she's like, nah. She walk out on the back porch and look. I think I'd rather pee in the house. I'm like, oh no, you're going outside.
Yeah. She's so adorable. They both are.
Yeah, she's the full-on princess dog. I don't want to get my feet wet.
She does want to get her feet wet. Those special little toes.
So yeah, you know, they were saying that hurricane was going to come, Mo was over, but yeah, it didn't. They, you know, they never know, and as many
I need something
predictions
to
as
talk
they make.
about.
Yeah, and they make it so freaking like, oh god, there's a storm coming. Well, no shit, man. We've had the same kind of storms forever. It's just a storm, man. It's, you know, well, yeah, if it's like a category 4 or 5, yeah, then there's cause
There,
for.
there was the one year that was like the real big deal. That was a big
Yeah,
deal.
yeah, that's the first one I've been nervous about
Yeah.
ever. Yeah, this one was just another day. You know, it rained, it's hot, it's muggy, it's wet. Oh, we got a
It's
little wind.
Florida.
It's Florida, exactly. As you heard last night, damn crickets moved in the house. I guess because it was too wet outside. So I was sitting there trying to watch TV with freaking Jiminy Cricket like sitting next to me, just chirping away.
That thing was like abnormally loud.
Yeah, it was right under the bird cage too. You know, so now of course the birds like.
No, I don't believe there's basements in Florida.
Not really.
Because it would flood.
Yep. Although at the lighthouse, they do have a basement in that house. But yeah, for the most part,
You want to go to higher ground, right?
yeah, basements are pretty non-existent here. If I had a basement here, it would flood 10 times worse than Jason's.
Oh, God. This is the basement from hell. I swear that's a portal to hell down there.
Yeah. But no matter where you are, you got issues.
Where you are.
Where do I live in Florida? I live in St. Augustine, Florida. The nation's oldest continually occupied city, supposedly. But yeah.
Till they change it.
Yeah. Yeah, man. They're changing everything. Golly. I can't even watch the news anymore.
No.
No.
Just earlier, I tried it for like a minute. I put something on, and I was like, I'd change the channel.
Yeah, exactly. Darcy put the news on last night, and I was sitting out there. And within 5 minutes, I was like a ranting, pissed off old man. Like,
Yeah.
and
And another thing.
Exactly. That's why I don't watch this shit.
Yeah. Like I scan headlines. I see what, like, okay, what are you guys talking about? Or what does that stupid meme mean? And then like I do my own research on the side to see what the shit means and put it all together that way. But
Yeah.
I can't sit and listen to it, and especially when they get on like the loops, and just I'll give everybody a chance to hear both sides, you know, of what's going on, but I can only get enough that I kind of get what's going on before I get too pissed off.
Yeah. Yeah, the storm kind of like moved a little further west than they were thinking and kind of hit the northern panhandle of Florida, went across, going across into Georgia and all that. So, yeah, we didn't get a whole lot. Just a little bit of rain, a little bit of wind. Exactly. I got a snake, man, in my basement.
Oh, where are you at, Lori? That's hot.
Hot and muggy here. That's what we got going.
Yeah, we're just hot and windy. We've had wind for like 4 weeks straight.
Yeah. It's been a wee bit windy here as well.
Penny snake. It's That's what I say to my dad. My dad calls Mang. What's up, Mang? Love you to the moon, Mang.
Yeah, I got a few goofy news articles to read.
Bring it.
And yeah, I found out today. I said I was going to rant about something. I'm going to try not to rant too hard, but
I kind of have a rant.
I found out today that Kia denied my warranty on my car.
Oh, bullshit.
Yeah. So I'm stuck with a car that doesn't run, still owe $4,000 on it. And they're like, they came up with every excuse. And then they were like, well, we saw an Uber sticker on there, so we can't cover you because you drove for Uber.
No.
So why did I buy this extended warranty? What am I paying for? Absolutely fucking nothing. So yeah, they're gonna get lambasted on the internet starting tomorrow.
Let me help you, lambast them.
Yeah, I've held my tongue, but
I got Dublin Toyota to pull down their sign to bring up Dublin Toyota around this household. Their signs of awards of like greatness and all that crap. It all came down because of me.
yep. Yeah, so now I'm trying to figure out what to do about a car. Do I put a brand new motor in this one? Or do I just
You'd have to scrap it
to the Kia lot and hand them the keys and go, there you go. I owe $4,000 and I'm not going to pay you. Piss off, mate.
Yeah. What would happen if you just dropped it off and didn't pay him? You just have bad credit for 7 years?
Yeah, I mean, my credit's already screwed up anyway.
That's what I mean. Fuck it. You want to fuck me? Fuck you.
Yep.
That's what I said to my like my dental. They were supposed to be all cool with all this stuff, and like because of the COVID, they're getting their money every single month, but since like March or after like people had to start, bulk buying or started bulk buying and shopping, the way we shop changed probably March or April. Yeah. I fell behind because I had to go, get all the cat food, all that. So I was like behind a month. I was still like paying them, but technically I'm behind like a month, even though every month they're getting paid. They told me don't worry about that because of COVID, this and that. Well, then the other day they're like, oh, because your late payments, we're lowering like your qualifying balance. So I'm doing all this stuff. I'm like, oh, hell.
Yeah.
So I went in on them. I'm like, how about this? How about, because I'm on limited income and I can't, and you told me this, that. How about I just don't pay you and I'll take it for the 7 years.
Yep.
And I won't give you anything because you're getting money every damn month.
Yep.
DMV screwed me like that. Oh, you're not going to get penalized. I still don't have my tags. I paid every penalty they've sent me, even the collections. Jeez. Don't have my tags.
Yeah, Zariani. Thought I got a refund for the ghost box. Yeah. Guess what? I didn't. So that's another one that I'm pissed off at. Jeremy, what's your name at Paranologies, whatever the hell the name of that place is. Here, that's for you, you fucking dick. You suck too.
What really grinds my gears?
Yeah. You rip-off artist. Yeah, it's been like 2 years now. Still haven't got my damn ghost box that I paid for. Am I pissed? Fuck yeah, I'm pissed. I'd like to run into that guy one of these days and kick him right in the nuts.
Right in the nuts. Right in the nuts.
Remember that ghost box I ordered from you 2 years ago? Well, here you go. Funk. Right in the sack. Consider that my refund.
Oh, let's move on to something funny.
Yeah, let's do. because I can just start ranting and I'll never stop.
Me too. I'm
All
feeling
this shit.
I'm feeling the bitch come out. It's crawling up. It's like, "Ugh, stay down. Stay down."
So being that, you know, I do jewelry and all that kind of stuff, this one kind of hit like right in there with me. One of my friends sent me this yesterday. I can't even remember. But yeah, I looked it up and well, here we go. People are wearing jewelry. Man, my mic is sounding weird. People are wearing jewelry made
I saw that.
their dead loved ones' teeth, hair, and bones. And you know, this is weird because, you know, yeah, it is teeth, but yeah, Sam that used to live here, she's got a cup with like 4 of my teeth in it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she was gonna make one of those weird voodoo looking dolls with it. Anyway, Jackie deals in a macabre and beautiful. With the macabre and the beautiful, she has rather unkindly been referred to as Ted Bundy's jeweler, a serial killer, and even a grave robber at times throughout her career. The 27-year-old told
Ugh.
News.com AU, but nothing makes an artist happier than helping memorialize the dead. Jackie lives in Melbourne, Australia, where she runs her business, Grave Metallion Jewelry, out of a private studio. Hey, kind of like me. The business owner collects oddities and parts from the deceased, human or animal, such as hair, teeth, fur, bones, and turns them into works of art her customers can wear forever. So, how do you feel about these things now? Jackie's always loved using her hands to create jewelry, but it wasn't until the sudden death of her best friend that her art took a more grim turn. Creating something against something elegant with the macabre was my new obsession, she told News. While dealing with the grief of my loss and fascination with death and how we deal with death, it all grew. Soon, Jackie was experimenting with elements of the deceased, hair, teeth, bones, ashes, to create pieces of rings, necklaces, brooches, and earrings. But her creations are not always made from parts belonging to the dead. A friend handed me 3 of her teeth and asked me to create a necklace, Jackie said. Jumping at the chance to turn a taboo object into something beautiful, Jackie soon realized her true calling. Is it legal to buy and sell human hair and teeth around the world?
Mm.
So Jackie's orders are never held up with customs because, yes, it is legal. She works with customers to design their place, except for skulls. You can't like sell human skulls.
And it gets to the bone, like, yeah.
Yeah, but hair and teeth and stuff like
Mhm.
that, that's okay.
And there are cool things I don't want to say because I mean there are a lot of cool things I see done with the ashes. There's some stuff I thought about doing with ashes myself. I can't look at the teeth.
Yeah, I got another picture. I think I have a picture of.
It's the teeth freaking me the fuck out.
Here's a picture of her in her studio.
And like if she gets a scratch on there, like what happened? Like my ring bit me, like while she's working on it.
Yeah, she said she's got some. The article kind of goes on a little further. She had some rather weird requests that she turned down just because they were a little too strange.
What were those?
One of them was a girl wanted her to make a necklace out of the IUD that used to be in her, and she was like, "No."
Really? She's gonna turn down that?
Well, she said it was because it was plastic and it would be hard to sanitize, and it was just a little too weird.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I've actually had a couple of requests for people wanting to know if I can do a ring with ashes in it, and I'm actually starting to work on one of those.
Yeah, those are cool things. The pendants, I'm like all for it. Even they have some beautiful glass. You know, you got the blown glass, like the pipe, glass type stuff. but they
Yeah.
have like the swirls and the ashes will go through it, and it has like this really pretty kind of glittery texture it gives to it. So it sits on the table. It looks like a paper holder, but you know, it's part
Yep.
of your loved one. There was even the hourglass. There are an hourglass with the ashes. It sits on your thing. You can flip it, and they say it's for game time. So your love, you know, families that love playing games together, your loved ones still playing with you. You know,
Yep.
they're part of the hourglass. That's fine. It's I don't want to look at someone and see mother effing teeth in their ears. Like, it's the teeth.
Yep.
It comes down to the teeth. It's the teeth. And
Yeah.
her handling that, and oh God, it's just great that there's people out there to do things that other people don't want to do.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you zoom in on the wall, she's got all kinds of bones and skulls and
Oh yeah, some of them necklaces and stuff. I mean, they are cool. The bone, I like bone work.
yeah.
I've always liked the different bone work and such.
Yeah. I have some skulls around here, and Sam had a bunch. She's got a whole collection of animal skulls and all kinds of stuff. And Darcy was going through some boxes and stuff out in the living room where a bunch of my art stuff was. And she was like, "Oh, what's in this box?" And she opens it. Oh, put the lid back on it. Bones. It's a bunch of like cow jaws and cow teeth. And
I think the other thing that bugs me about it is the creepy factor of, if you think about a person and you think about energy and how items and, you know, hold energy, this and that, your teeth, you know, like the vibrate, like your teeth in your head.
yeah.
And so you have some dead person's tooth. Like, I just wonder what kind of energy is going to come out of that. Hopefully it's
Yeah.
like your own loved one's tooth and not a random tooth.
Yeah. It's not like a trophy item of somebody you like whacked. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. This is my tooth.
Or hey, this is the tooth, you know, like my ex-husband, he was the crazy guy. I told you, he bragged because he kicked a guy in the face and the tooth came out and stuck in the steel toe boot. You know, I could see that guy going and getting like a ring made out of that,
Yeah.
his trophy tooth.
Yep.
Yikes. Okay, now that I'm grossed out. The first one I'm starting with is, I'm not going to rant on it, but the reason I'm putting it in is because of my rants I've been going on about how shitty of a job we're doing taking care of our earth. The things that mankind is doing to the earth is just so upsetting. I can't even handle it. When we're hearing things about birds falling out of the sky, you know, just too much. We're missing insects, we're missing species of animals. Once you take one thing out of the equation, you know, it's an ecosystem, and you
Yep.
take something away, I don't know how people expect things to keep going. And I'm a little bothered because I don't like the fact that they did the experiment on the fish, because I'm an animal person and I feel bad for the fish, but did not realize this also comes from waste. Now think about people on drugs using the toilet. Okay, this is what I did, not just dumping meth into the creeks, but I guess even people on drugs using the toilet and that going into the systems affects our water. And so they have found that meth waterways can turn trout into addicts. Brown trout can be addicted to the illegal drug meth when it accumulates in waterways. Researchers from the Czech University in Prague set out to investigate whether illicit drugs alter fish behavior at levels found in bodies of water, according to a study published Tuesday. The team put 40 brown trout in a tank of water, containing a level of meth that has been found in freshwater rivers for a period of 8 weeks before transferring them to a clean tank. Then every other day, the researchers checked whether the trout were suffering from meth withdrawal by giving them a choice between the water containing the drug or water without. Further, 40 trout were used as a control group. Trout that had spent 8 weeks in water containing meth selected the water containing the drug in the 4 days after moving to fresh water. This indicates they were suffering withdrawal because they sought out the drug when it became available. The team found that addicted fish were less active than those that had never been exposed to meth and found traces of the drug in their brains up to 10 days after exposure. The team concluded that even low levels of illicit drugs in bodies of water can affect the animals that live in them. Drugs excreted from users, and that means they're going to the bathroom, right?
Pretty much.
Okay. Drugs excreted from users pass through sewage systems and then discharge from wastewater treatment plants, which are not designed to treat this kind of contamination into waterways, according to this study. Okay, so this is opening a whole other thing in my head, okay? Fish are sensitive to adverse effects of many treatment plants, which are not designed to treat this kind of contamination. Fish are sensitive to adverse effects of many neurologically active drugs, from alcohol to cocaine, and can develop drug addiction related to the dopamine reward pathway in a similar manner as humans. Horky raised concerns that drug addiction could make fish spend more time around water treatment discharges, which are unhealthy for them, in order to get another hit. Such effects could change the functioning of whole ecosystems, as adverse consequences are of relevance as the individual as well as population levels, he said. Drug cravings could prove more powerful than natural rewards like foraging or mating, he added. The fish were later euthanized and their brains tissues analyzed. The study underlines how humans pollute the natural environment beyond the noticeable things like oil slicks and plastic waste. So, yeah. Okay. So drug addicts are actually affecting our planet just by them going to the bathroom.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Like I say, I don't care what people do. If they're just hurting themselves, they're hurting themselves, right? You want to go screw yourself up, screw yourself up.
Don't take the brown trout down with you.
Yeah. But that's really, really concerning.
Yeah, it is. Does it surprise me? No. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely concerning. And I mean, I don't mean to take anything away from it by not being surprised, but I mean, not a whole hell of a lot surprises me anymore these days, the way our whole eco and the whole world situation is,
But then when they say like they'd rather get the hit, that means, they're not going out and like pollinating the eggs and doing the stuff they're supposed to do. So that's going to mess up the whole, fish cycle. It's, and I think about all the times I have fish like down in like tweaker country out here, and like there's places around the power plants, where the water's really kind of white water, and you could catch some good trout, around there. But there has been some areas around these plants that you always do catch the fish, and now I'm wondering, were those fish there to get a hit? Like, is that why we always got lucky catching fish right there?
Yeah, really. Tweaker country. I live in Florida. I think all of Florida is tweaker country.
Yeah, we got like gold country up here is pretty much tweaker country. Going up to like Modesto, tweaker country. Stanislaus.
Royal's saying one of your Facebook links for the show it ain't working, man.
On
Don't know what
whose
that might be.
link?
Yeah, you can't fish at Chernobyl or what is it? Fukushima? They got those 3-headed fish swimming around there now. Good Lord. I don't know what to say.
It just pissed me off when I saw that.
You know, it's why don't the aliens stop? Well, they probably drive by us and they probably have like school classes with them and they go, look here, kids, this is what you don't want to do to your planet. We're going to go by this planet and show you a real shit show. This is what you don't want to do.
I don't know. Looks like all the links are working.
Yeah, when you were talking about that, it reminded me of another story I was going to bring up. And now brain farted that one. I'll remember it sooner or later. But this one, I've noticed this. I've been noticing this for a while, and I just kind of ran across this article today. It's beware of shrinkflation, inflation's devious cousin. And I know everybody's noticed this, that when you go in the store and like they're showing cereal, that's one of the most obvious things, is I'm in the store, like grocery shopping, I'm looking at a box of cereal and I'm like, I swear that used to be bigger.
Oh.
And it's like, it's the same price as it used to be, or it's a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, a couple of weeks ago, Edgar Dworsky walked into a Stop and Shop grocery store in Somerville, Massachusetts, like a detective entering a murder scene. He stepped into the cereal aisle where he hoped to find the smoking gun. He scanned the shelves. Oh no, he thought. It was too late. The store had already replaced all the General Mills cereal boxes, such as Cheerios and Cocoa Puffs, with newer ones. It was though the suspect's fingerprints had been wiped clean. Then Dworsky headed to the back of the store. Sure enough, old boxes of Cocoa Puffs and Apple Cinnamon Cheerios were stacked at the end of one of the aisles. He grabbed an old box of Cocoa Puffs and put it side by side with a new one. Aha! The tip he had received was right on the money. General Mills had downsized the contents of the family-sized boxes, and when he went to the checkout aisle with both boxes, gasp, they were the same price. It was an open and shut case. General Mills is yet another proprietor of shrinkflation. And the article goes on, and it's basically like they're raising the price, but not raising the price. Like if you went in and your box of cereal that used to be $3 is now $3.50.
You're paying more for less.
Yeah, it'd be like, whoa, they just raised the price on the cereal. But if you go in and you see the box there and it's still $3, but it's a little bit smaller, it's like they sneak that shit in on you.
There was something I went to show. Okay, like Cadbury eggs for one thing, like those chocolate eggs. Those have been getting smaller every year as they're getting more expensive.
Yep.
But there was something just recently to where I opened it and I was like dumbfounded. Like I've been seeing it for a while. Like, oh, this is smaller. Like I know this used to be bigger, but it was so ridiculous. I'm like, this is a fucking insult. I went and showed my mom. I went off like on her rant. I'm like, but it's supposed to be this big.
Yep.
I'm paying the same amount.
Yep. So yeah, instead of raising the price that everybody would notice, they just shrink the item down. You get less and you pay the same for it. So basically it's like raising the price, but it doesn't hit you in the gut quite as bad until you find an old one and put the new one next to it. Like it says at the end of the article, you can tell instantly if you're used to paying $2.99 for a carton of orange juice, and then it goes up to $3.19. But if that orange juice container goes from 64 ounces to 59 ounces, you're probably not going to notice.
Oh, you know what it was too? My hair serum is what it was. The packaging. Okay, John Frieda, my hair serum. It's always usually about $7 for this one like round bottle in plastic. Well, it went out hella quick. I'm like, how did I use that much serum so quick? So I go to the store. I'm trying to find them. And when I picked it up, I noticed my finger went up the middle. Well, okay, it has the same exact packaging as before, only there's a test tube. It's shaped like a test tube on the inside. So just the test tube part is full of the
Yep.
serum, but it still looks like full packaging.
Exactly.
That I about had a cardiac arrest over. I'm
Yep.
like, I knew I didn't go through that much freaking serum.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, it's the same. It's with food, I mean, lumber, 2x4 is not a 2x4 anymore.
No.
2x8 is not a 2x8, It's always shorter, always narrower, but yet they still call it a 2x4. It's like if you lie enough about it, people will just believe it. If you work on an old house and you're taking old 2x4s out to replace them with new ones, and then all of a sudden you're like, shit, these aren't matching up. Damn it. Yeah.
Well, D, even sales and coupons aren't going to help because, I mean, you can pay still less for it with the coupon, but it's not taking away the fact that you're still getting ripped off.
Yeah. Sneaky bastages.
Okay, let's see what else I got. Maybe it was hard to find stuff this week, and then the ones I did find they want me to subscribe, and I didn't want to subscribe.
Oh yeah, don't you love that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. To finish reading the article, please subscribe and like. No, just show me the damn article.
So this is a teen killed his demon father after baptizing him in a pond, said the DA. And why? Okay. State police on Monday following the fatal water incident at Island Creek Pond at Crocker Park. Wait, see, already my stuff is messed up because I told you I tried to screenshot it and okay, wait,
I got you beat on the blood pressure, D. Last week mine was way higher than that. It was in the scary zone.
I'm gonna have to try to read this front part real fast and then go back to my Jack Callahan, 19, was arrested. Oh, shit. A Duxbury teenager allegedly. Oh, mother.
Doing the hop, skip, and jump on you?
A teenager allegedly pushed his father's head below the water of a local pond, repeatedly baptizing the 57-year-old because he said he saw the demon in his eyes, the DA said today. Jack Callahan, 19, was arrested by Massachusetts State Police on Monday following the fatal water incident at Island Creek Pond at Crocker Park. Okay, I think that's where I got my article now. He pleaded not guilty to murder today and was ordered held without bail. He is due back in court August 12th. Plymouth District Attorney Timothy Cruz said the teen picked up his dad in Boston Sunday night, and the two headed home in Duxbury in a rideshare, stopping at the park just after midnight. That's where the DA said the father and son got into an altercation. At 2 a.m., Duxbury police were called to the family home where they found the teen distraught and hyperventilating. Police and fire personnel rushed to the pond where they found Scott Callahan submerged in the pond. EMS performed life-saving measures as he was transported to Beth Israel Hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Investigators discovered, according to the DA, that Jack Callahan allegedly began submerging his father under the water several times, claiming he was baptizing his father because he saw the demon in his eyes. The teen continued to submerge his father's head, the DA said, until his dad no longer fought back or floated. So, yes.
Demon dad.
Makes me wonder what's actually wrong with that child.
Yeah.
that got overlooked.
Yep. I don't know. You got, kids these days, youngsters these days are all crazy.
I mean, do you think he's going to get off on probably like a crazy,
Probably.
yeah, so he'll end up just in a hospital? Because they'll say it wasn't premeditated, probably because it was an argument. But that's horrible.
Yeah. Speaking of horrible, this is like something right out of the movie Poltergeist. Spooky. Around 200 skeletons unearthed at a beach after storms. Yet I hate when that happens. Like the pool scene from Poltergeist. They moved the headstones, but you didn't move the bodies. Archaeologists in the United Kingdom's Pembrokeshire found around 200 human skeletons dating back to the 6th century at one of Britain's best beaches. According to the BBC, archaeologists have discovered the remains of human bodies from White Sands Beach, which is a medieval trading post with Ireland. Fortunately, the bodies are well preserved, and they were buried in the sand. Now the skeletons will be stored at the National Museum of Wales. However, the skeletons were unearthed by the stormy weather and natural erosion. Archaeologists found the graves just below the surface sand dunes at White Sands Bay. Not a blue fag beach. That was a slip. Blue Flag Beach near Davids in Pembrokeshire. Metroco.uk report said they're trying to excavate as much as they can because they're worried coastal erosion could wash it away. According to Metroco UK, archaeologist Jenna Smith said it's really important because the preservation of the bones as they are in the sand is absolutely incredible. So, yeah. I had another picture, but I don't know where it went. But, yeah, it showed them in a little more detail. But, yeah, storm came in, washed away a bunch of sand, and a bunch of bodies started popping up out of the ground at the beach. That'd be a memorable beach vacation trip to go on, huh? Remember that time
Yeah,
we went to UK? All those dead bodies were washing around on the beach. Wow.
I'd be like, we're not leaving yet. Did you put that on Weird Wednesday top number? A little high bob number is the worst one, though?
Yeah.
For what?
Oh, Dee was talking about her blood pressure. Said it was 140 something over 100.
She wrote it on Twitch?
I don't know. When I reply in StreamYard, it does.
Okay. Because I seen it like in Twitch. I was like, wait, what's going on?
Yeah, it does all three of them at once.
Oh.
Yeah, high. Yeah, my blood pressure last week when I was sick, I took my blood pressure and holy crap, it was way up. It was like sit down before you have a heart attack type of blood pressure.
Okay. We're getting to some funnier ones. Sacramento. A California inmate firefighter. Headline. Northern California inmate firefighters wild ride wrecked fire truck. So an inmate took a fire truck on a joyride. Sacramento. A California inmate firefighter left half a block of destruction. And that's the thing. Like when we had a fire, PG&E, when I lived in the country, we were having the modular house put up. PG&E came out to check our wiring and everything. They drove off the road we had, and their exhaust sparked the, brush on the side, the grass on the side. took about half of the hillside. I don't remember how many acres, but all of a sudden they come out with the fire trucks, the helicopters, and you see like a whole slew of orange jumpsuits. I'm like, oh wow, so they let all the inmates out to help put out the fire. And in these hills where there's a lot of I live, there's a lot of places to hide. And so I'm just watching all these inmates like everywhere. Like I hope everyone gets back on the bus because they were free, just running around. Just we had a highway right there, But I guess that's what they are. Was one of them. So he left a half a block of destruction when he stole a fire truck in an apparent Independence Day escape bid and later tried to carjack a second vehicle, officials said Monday. The 31-year-old inmate from Orange County was part of an inmate crew fighting a vegetation fire caused by illegal fireworks late Sunday in the Sierra Nevada foothills. Shingle Springs, east of Sacramento, said California's corrections and firefighting agencies. The inmate stole a California Department of Forestry and Fire Protection all-wheel drive wildland firefighting engine designed to carry 4 firefighters in what California Highway Patrol called an escape attempt. He drove it through a fence onto the nearby Racket Trucks Rack property where he rammed one of the business park's vehicles, a tree, and another fence, before the rig jumped a curb and became stuck in a ditch. It's half a block of destruction from him trying to steer this big truck, which he probably doesn't know how to drive very well, ricocheting off fences and trees, he said, like a ping pong ball. Surveillance video from the business shows the fire truck. I didn't copy it. Shows the fire truck with emergency lights blazing, bouncing through the fence at what appears to be slow speed before circling around the inside of the property with steams of sparks flying up from underneath the vehicle. Oh, that's going to be good. Other vehicles' emergency lights are visible in the distance. Significant damage was done to the engine as well as private public property. With the fire truck disabled, the inmate ran back toward the truck rack's business and tried to steal a vehicle from a business employee who was just leaving. They fought, but the employee was able to escape back into the business and lock himself inside, while the inmate was unable to start the vehicle. The employee was left with very minor injuries, but was not taken to the hospital, while the inmate was then captured by the COs with the help of the sheriff's deputies. Bill Wild was watching to make sure the fire didn't spread into his adjacent neighborhood when he saw a fire chief jump into his pickup truck and drive off at a high rate of speed, while the remaining inmates were loaded back into their transport vehicles. Called home and told them, lock the doors, there's an inmate on the loose, he said Monday.
That was a plan that wasn't very well thought out. That was like one of those just last minute, like, hey, let's jump in the fire truck and steal it. We got a chance to get away. Oh shit, I don't know how to drive this. Yeah, that one wasn't thought out very well.
Not very well. And the shitty thing about that is how many lives one selfish piece of shit is when someone else's house is about to burn down their property and they need that fire engine, which is now not working.
Reason it's there.
Yeah. So this other guy has to, try to hold the fire back while they're chasing numbnuts over a fence.
As he's taking down half the rest of the neighborhood on the way out,
I should have got the video.
Jeez.
Oh, no A for effort there.
Well, here's some more stuff that, like everything's happening these days. Like, Anthony from Ghost Hunters made a post, Google's like taking down his apps for no apparent reason. They said, because of blah, blah, blah guidelines, they're taking down his apps. What? What? Like Jason's post a while back about Art Bell.
Mm.
He got flagged for it. What? For why? That, you know, saying that he misses Art Bell's voice on the radio, so they flagged him for it. Well, here's another. It's one of those jackass new world decisions.
Oh shit! I got to get ready for this one.
You know, I mean, I don't know. 20-year-old woman, 22-year-old woman, forced to change her clothes at Disney World. Here's why. What was she walking around naked? You know, I mean, maybe that's the reason. I don't know. Let's see what it says. And I actually have a picture, and the picture I'll get to in a second. In a surprising incident, a 22-year-old woman alleged that she was forced to change her clothes at Disney World in Florida. The reason she gave was her crop top was inappropriate. A woman named Alicia Schuler claimed that she was confronted by staff at Disneyland who told her that she was breaching the park's dress code. Schuler went to the park along with her parents and sister. But due to her dress, the staff took her to a gift shop and asked her to purchase a new top with a gift voucher to ensure that she was dressed in accordance with the rules of the park. The woman claimed. Sharing the incident on TikTok, the woman showed off her cropped bodysuit, which she wore for her Disneyland visit. Her video has gone viral on social media since being uploaded. In the video, she can be seen escorted by a staff member before they purchase the new top with a gift voucher, which is basically this yellow t-shirt that she's wearing. She also showed off her bikini style top before she changed into a yellow t-shirt at Walt Disney World. So yeah, they made her change her clothes because they said her top was inappropriate.
But they allowed her into the park,
Yeah.
which people were complaining, which people were saying, well, you know, she got the tickets online, and you don't know the dress code, and but you know, because of that, now people have gone in inappropriately dressed on purpose
Yeah.
to get the free shirts, and they have gotten free shirts that they're showing off on TikTok.
But the thing about it is, just like the article I did a couple of weeks ago about our high school, one of our high schools here that edited 80 something pictures, all female students.
Oh, bullshit.
You know, edited their yearbook pictures because they felt they were dressed inappropriately. Well, here's her, picture at Disney World. You know, and there's her bikini top, whatever. You know, they could say, okay, that's appropriate, but yet all these female Disney characters. I mean, this is way more. Yeah, it's a cartoon, but it's a kids park. You know, I mean, if you want to get technical, The Little Mermaid is a lot more risque than this girl.
Plus, the actors that walk around as a Little Mermaid are wearing those clothes.
Yeah. So it's like, do as we say, not as we do. It's another one of those, you know?
Plus, you get wet on rides. Like, it's just stupid.
I don't know. I think it's just pretty ridiculous. You know, if it's like, you know, I mean, there's inappropriate and there's just, you know.
And it's all black. I mean, it's not like it's all white, see-through, with nothing under it. I mean, I see that's way better than what you see at Walmart at 12:30 at night.
Or 12:30 in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just because she's got cleavage, it's inappropriate.
Yep. Yeah, the same with the yearbook, you know. It's like, but you know, you can do
My
all
cousin.
that. But then again, I'll just go back to, you know, what song was number one? WAP.
WAP, yes.
That's cool.
My cousin used to get sent home all the time because, like, you know, she was more developed than the other kids in her class, and they all wore the same exact tank tops. Only she filled her tank top out more because she was more developed. She would get sent home to change. The other ones didn't. Her only crime was she had boobs.
Yep. I don't know. What's the world coming to?
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, we should all just show up at Disney and just show up naked.
Let's
I
do
forgot
it.
my clothes. I got my ticket. Can you take me to the gift shop, please?
So now we've got a bomb threat over barbecue sauce, and we've done a lot of these talks about, getting a little pissed off at, didn't have it my way in our orders and things. Well, this customer may have overreacted when he didn't get his chicken McNugget sauce.
Yeah, think.
So in Iowa, not Florida, Iowa man calls in a bomb threat because he didn't get sauce for his chicken McNuggets. Police say an Iowa man attempted to get revenge on his local McDonald's. And again, it wouldn't just be McDonald's. If you blew it up, it'd be every customer in there that had nothing to do with the sauce. It's not just revenge on McDonald's. After he was shafted. Okay, wait. Okay. After he was shafted out of sauce for his chicken McNuggets, but things blew up in his face. Police arrested Robert Goldwitzer Jr. on Saturday night after he allegedly threatened to blow up the restaurant and punch an employee over missing condiments. Investigators told the station that the 42-year-old suspect called the fast food chain after discovering his order was incorrect. After police contacted Golowitz, the sauce-craving suspect admitted to making the threats. Authorities arrested him Saturday night and charged him with a felony charge of making a false report of explosive or incendiary device. On Sunday, he was released from Polk County Jail after posting bond. People have made some really bizarre, bogus bomb threats before. For instance, January 19th, 2019, a 23-year-old college student in France called in a fake bomb threat so he wouldn't have to see his parents. In November 2018, a New Orleans man accused of threatening to blow up a local restaurant told police he was referring to a bowel movement.
Wow. I admit I've had a few meltdowns with fast food restaurants, when they screw your order up like time and time again. And then, every once in a while I would just snap. But I have never snapped to the point of I'm going to blow this place up,
I will never say those words because I know it's a the name of the threat. I forgot the legal name of the threat.
Yep, I know what you're talking about. I'm having a brain fart on it too, though.
But yeah, I know there's certain threats you cannot. Oh, terroristic threats.
Yep.
Do not make a terroristic threat on the phone.
Not these days.
I knew that back even not in those days.
Yeah. Like Royal said, people are just insane. They just are insane these days.
I have one more. Do you still have one?
I got another one I could do, but
okay. I really had a hard time this week.
This one, it's kind of an oldie. Man, I got a lot of windows open on one computer. Hey, you notice my internet's working?
Yeah, why it's not?
It's been great ever since we fixed it ourselves and didn't rely on Comcast and Xfinity, who we pay a buttload of money to every month. So this one, golly, come on. Too many windows and not enough real estate on the screen. This one's an old one. I did a video about it. It was Weird Wednesday, number 23. But I think I skipped over this one because I didn't have the picture last week. But yeah, the dead zone on I-4. If you've ever been down I-4, which is basically connects I-95 right around Daytona You can take I-4 all the way over to Tampa, all the way over to the west coast of Florida, pretty much. But there's one spot in I-4 that for some reason, it's another one of those poltergeist things where, well, I'll read the article. Every day, thousands of drivers pass over this unassuming stretch of highway on their commute, unaware of the dark history that lies beneath them. The quarter-mile stretch of Interstate I-4 in Sanford, Florida is said to be one of the most haunted highways in America. Just north of Orlando, the highway passes over Lake Monroe. In the 1870s, the real estate tycoon Henry Sanford marketed the southern share of the lake to new immigrants and potential citrus farmers. He sold 640 acres to a group of German immigrants who founded the St. Joseph's Catholic Colony on the site. Conditions were difficult and rampant disease hampered any chance of success for the colony. A particularly devastating outbreak of yellow fever in 1887 sealed the fate of St. Joseph's, and the surviving settlers buried their dead in the woods and left the failed colony behind. The land changed hands several times, eventually becoming part of the city of Sanford. Over the years, the story of St. Joseph's has become a local legend. It was said that deadly consequences were in store for anyone who tampered with the gravesite. Locals say a farmer's house burned down after he removed some grave markers, and a child was run over by a drunk driver after he dug on the site. Enough strange activity occurred in the area that it earned the nickname Field of the Dead. When Florida began buying up land for the construction of new highways, the field was sold to the state. While the graves were initially marked for relocation, they were either forgotten
Oh, hell no.
or deemed unimportant. See, it revolves right back to that poltergeist. You moved the markers, but you didn't move the bodies. So, yeah, they were either forgotten or deemed unimportant, and they were paved over. Soon after, Hurricane Donna unexpectedly changed course towards Sanford, passing over the gravesite on September 10th, 1960, and left a wake of devastation in her path. They were just getting ready to open up the highway, and Hurricane Donna came through there, ripped them a new ass. And there's many strange occurrences at the former site of St. Joseph Colony. Drivers taking I-4 over Lake Monroe have reported strange interference on their radios, which I have personally experienced.
I was just going to ask, have you?
Yep. And some claim to have seen ghostly apparitions on the road. Some long-haul truckers have claimed that their CB radios blast with static while driving over this stretch of highway. There is something weird there. I've been through there several times. I hate driving down I-4. And I went to Orlando one weekend to go to an event over there. Normally takes me about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours, depending on traffic. 5.5 hours later, I got to where I was going because I was sitting on the highway because there was this hellacious wreck. And guess where it was? It was right here. And when I went to that event and I came back late that night, I got stopped on the opposite side of the highway because there was another hellacious wreck right at the same spot. So I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because they paved over.
They deemed it unimportant. The word right there saying deem unimportant. You're saying all these people are unimportant?
Yep. The road was more important, I suppose. Just like, the movie. You get what you got.
They did that out here. I've told you in San Francisco, like Ocean Beach, all these cemeteries that got moved, the people did not. Some of the gravestones didn't even get moved. They got crushed up and used as water breaks. And when the tide is low enough, there are full headstones in the water or in the sand that come up that you can read. Like we've gone down there and done me, Glennie, and Jeff had done some EVPs out there that I still haven't reviewed 5 years later. Sorry, guys. I still have the footage, though.
Yep. I got some of that. Editing, such a royal pain in the butt.
And then the whole when we went to the Ash House out there, all that. I mean, and the fort. I still have all that footage. Whole trips. I'm like,
Yeah,
oh yeah, I'll be right on that.
Like William says, one day cremation will be mandatory. It just might.
It just might.
It just might, because I mean, what happens when you run out of room to bury dead bodies?
I mean, we've got landfills and dead people. I mean, how much can we stuff into the earth? It's like sweeping it under the carpet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think when I croak, you just burn me up.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Have somebody make a ring out of my ashes and my teeth. Who knows?
All right. Well, everybody's always looking for the latest diet craze and trend, and some people just, willpower is a problem. This dentist has come up with this apparatus. It's somewhat of a torture device that locks your jaw shut to tackle obesity, and it's sparking out. Yeah, that's it right there. So yeah, instead of locking the fridge, you actually lock your teeth shut.
Wow.
Researchers have come under fire for creating a world first weight loss device that locks the jaw shut. The Dental Slim Diet Control, developed by teams at New Zealand's university, is a magnetic contraption that uses locking bolts to restrict a person from eating solid food. The device, which is fitted to patients' upper and lower back teeth, allows the wearer to open their mouth by only 2 millimeters, but it does not restrict breathing or talking. I'm sorry, I'm claustrophobic. I can't even imagine that. Participants in a trial lost an average of 6.36 kilograms, about 14 pounds in 2 weeks, and were motivated to continue with their weight loss journey, the university said in a press release. And then it shows the dude holding the device. Professor Paul Brunton, lead researcher for the Dental Slim Diet Control and pro-vice chancellor at University of Otago's Division of Health Sciences, explained that the device, which is fitted by a dentist, can be released by the user with a special tool in case of an emergency and can be repeatedly installed and removed. He says it represents a non-invasive, reversible, economical, and attractive alternative to surgical procedures. That's just a different type of procedure.
Yeah. I mean, what's deemed an emergency if you have a key to it? Just for like, I gotta eat this cheeseburger. It's an emergency.
Or you have to throw up, and then you're like about to yak, and you're like, shit, where's that little screwdriver?
Yeah. That would suck. Yeah.
I can think of a lot of reasons that you wouldn't want your face shut, tied shut constantly. Despite Professor assuring there are no adverse consequences with this device, the women who trialed it reported feeling uncomfortable, unable to speak, and left feeling that life in general was less satisfying. Despite in a tweet, the university described it as a world first weight loss device to help fight the global obesity epidemic. But it wasn't met with positive feedback as social media users labeled it a torture device. One person said, delete this, delete the research team, delete everything. Another wrote, not to be gross here. See, I didn't pre-read it. Not to be gross here, but if someone vomits while wearing this, will they choke to death or aspirate? Also bad for dental hygiene. Can't brush properly or floss. Bad idea all around. While a third commented, and this, kids, is why ethics needs to be taught in science. Good God, I thought medicine was past these kind of torture devices. So, it still keeps going. It's a torture device, and you should be embarrassed by promoting it, let alone be associated with it. The university later addressed the criticism, further explaining, to clarify, the intention of the device is not intended as a quick or long-term weight loss tool. Rather, it's aimed to assist people who need to undergo surgery and who cannot have the surgery until they have lost the weight. Okay, so after 2-3 weeks, they can take it off. Okay, they give their reasons and stuff behind it. But yeah, how many of you all would opt if you were to had to have a surgery, and you had to lose 10 pounds before your surgery? Would you fast, or would you opt for the locking your face shut?
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna opt for locking my face shut. I'm probably not gonna. There's no probably about it. I'm not doing. Yeah, I'm. Yeah, no.
No, it's a big no for me.
It's kind of, but then again, chastity belts and stuff used to be a thing. So,
Yeah, used to be.
used to be. Now there's new torture devices. Just get a little bit of freaking willpower, man.
That's what I'm saying. Just drink some Slim Fast for 2 weeks. I mean, and it's easy to say, just do this, just do that. I understand people, and I'm not trying to be insensitive, because God knows there's times, past midnight, I really could use a lock on my face. But
yeah, there's definitely times I could probably use that too. But
I'm not putting it on.
Yeah. But if you want to lose weight, you can lose weight.
Yeah.
Lots of people.
Lots of options.
Speaking of that, Zach's lost a lot of weight, dude. I saw.
Yes, Zach.
I didn't even recognize
16.
you. You're doing awesome, man. You need to give me some coaching tips on that.
Hell yeah. Every picture I see, it's like, damn, Zach. I swore he looked 16 in one of those photos.
But yeah, people are crazy.
Yeah, that's a big no for Lori.
The world has gone haywire.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zach, what are you doing? You're kicking ass with it, man.
Yeah, I'm really proud of you. I see a lot of people starting, like especially TikTok. I'm gonna, people want to document their journey. Which, did you hear that?
Yeah, what was that?
It was a firecracker.
Oh.
It made me lose my train of thought, though. Oh, document your journey, and people do like to see the before after. And there are people who, it's like, wow, they're doing it naturally, and you're getting to watch them on their journey do it. I completely lost my train of thought.
Damn firecrackers. Yeah, that whole episode with me, like several weeks ago, when I had the allergic reaction to the shot that my doctor gave me, that made me want to blow my head off 10 times in a row. Yeah, that's the downfall of my whole, like, I haven't been right since that. And then whatever I got last week, I wasn't still over the allergic reaction to the damn shot, and that was part of it. Was, she was like, well, this drug's really like works really good, and you'll lose weight like crazy. And yeah, she told me the other day when I had my doctor's, you're the first person that I've given this to that's had an allergic reaction to it. So I'm guessing you probably don't want to try it again. I'm like, no, I'm not going to try it again. No, thank you, ma'am.
That's why I'm scared to ever try anything, because whenever there's like I actually smell the firework, smell. Like, I think they're just lighting it like right out here, because I can smell it like in my room. If there's a weird side effect to be had, I always have it.
Yeah.
the whole Jamie's a freak magnet joke my family's had since, yeah, I'm a freak magnet and I will end up with the most messed up side effect. That's why I get very scared about certain things.
Yeah.
Because if there's something messed up that's going to happen, most likely.
She did ask me, like, before she gave me the injection, she was like, "Are you allergic to anything?" And I'm like, "No, nothing that I know of." Well, now I know that there's something in that drug that I'm allergic to. I don't know what it is, but man, oh man, turned me into a miserable, itching, rashy nightmare of a person. Ready to go jump off a bridge. And when I called her, she was just like, "Oh yeah, you should probably not take it." I was supposed to, like, she sent me home with a pack. I do the shots myself, and she sent me home with a pack for like 6 weeks worth. And she's like, "You should probably skip next week." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna skip next week, all right." And she's like, "All right, well, I hope you feel better." And I'm like, hey, don't hang up on me. You gotta like call in something to make me like stop itching.
To like counter it, like
Yeah.
some major antihistamine block or whatever, like a shot.
Yeah.
What'd they do?
They put me on prednisone, which made me want
Ew,
to like eat everything in the house.
that's the worst.
I know. It did help with the itching though, but man, yeah, I was like, "Hey, the carpet looks tasty. I'll eat some of that."
Prednisone is the worst.
Yeah.
That's what they gave me when our guest last Sunday was showing, those things on his arm.
Yeah.
That looked like when I got a sunburn really, really bad. We were, what were we doing? Diving out in Monterey beforehand, the day before. And I had used some cooking oil spray, like cooking spray, to get my wetsuit up. And then we went camping and I didn't take a shower. I still had my bathing suit on. Next morning we got up and went float tubing, like bass fishing. So I was basically out there cooking in cooking oil all day, not thinking about it. Came home, took a shower, had my shirt on, and all of a sudden, like I could feel like these bubbles under me. And I looked and I had like these water balloon looking like sacks hanging off of my body that looked like the ones he had, but they were huge, like hard-boiled egg sacks hanging on me.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So they gave me prednisone and it cleared up really fast, but yeah, it makes you want to eat everything in sight.
Yep.
And there was some other side effect I had with it.
Yeah, Debbie, that was the first thing I went and got was Benadryl, and it didn't even put a dent in what I was dealing with. I was literally starting to mentally lose my mind. I have psoriasis, so I itch normally, like because of the damn psoriasis. And then when you add some allergic reaction rash on top of that, I was just ready to like load up the shotgun and just call it a night.
I just want to jump in a pot of fire.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have felt better.
It would have.
It would have felt better.
Some hot oil, fire burning hell. Yes.
Yeah, it was bad. So yeah, she was like, "So I guess you probably don't want to give it another go." I'm like, No, I don't. No thanks. I've been to hell. I know what it feels like. I don't want to go back.
Well, it's 10:22. Are you shuffling? Because I know Royal was asking for some cards. Do I hear shuffling from you?
Yep.
All right, I'm going to grab some cards behind me. And okay, if you want to have a reading, we've got 22 minutes. Put a thumbs up in chat, and we're going to try to keep a list. Oh, shit. Hold on.
Yeah, I've got it pretty bad, Debbie. It definitely gets worse at times. But yeah, my doctor was like, well, I see a little bit on your elbow. And I'm like, oh, you want to see some more? She gave me one little prescription for this one little can of stuff. And it's literally like a can, literally about this big. And I'm like, can I get that in the gallon size? Yeah, it's always fun to have some sort of ailment that there's basically no cure for. Hey, here's something that I tried. I don't normally drink a lot of soda and stuff. Every now and again, I'll have like a Diet Mountain Dew or a Diet Publix Cola. But I saw this, and it is zero sugar. But have you seen this? It's Coca-Cola coffee.
I heard about it.
Yeah, Coca-Cola with coffee. I bought 2 of them. They were 2 for $4. And I drank this one earlier, and I'll probably never buy another one. So that's my review on Coke with coffee. It's not. No, I don't know. It's not for me. I won't say it's horrible because somebody out there might like it, but yeah, it took me a while to drink that can of it. I gave it an honest run, and the other one's probably not going to get opened in the refrigerator. I'll wait till somebody comes over and pawn it off on them. Hey, you want a Coke? Here you go.
Okay, I've got kind of. I never said hi to you, Turquoise. I see you. Okay, I've got a list. Do you want to do one for Turquoise?
Sure.
Have you already started? Okay, I got Royal.
I'm using the Crystal Wisdom Healing Oracle deck.
And I'm using the Wisdom Keepers Oracle deck.
Cool. This one just popped out, and it is one of my favorites, Amethyst. Let's see if I got enough light in here to read. I got to turn the light up in here because it's kind of dark. Let's make it darker, right? That'll work. Amethyst. I got a bunch of Amethyst in here. Oh man, this is the book that is in really bad shape too. I would pick the one that's like really hard to read, but I'll make the best of it. Maybe. Good Lord. It says Amethyst is known for inner peace, a powerful protector, purifier, and natural tranquilizer. Amethyst. Good night. I gotta find glasses. Amethyst. I got a problem with this book because it got oil spilt all over it. Amethyst calms the mind and balances extremes. Self-understanding. You may have an addictive personality. Make a concerted effort to overcome such behaviors of obsession of any kind and avoid overindulgence. Balance work and play, and you are prone to good night, Irene. Excel in both. Understanding hidden causes of compulsive actions brings peace. Hand your will over to your soul and allow your spirituality to flourish. And while you do the next one, I'm going to go grab my glasses because this book is hard as hell to read. It's tiny and it has oil stains all over it. I need the large print. So who are you going to do next? You still there?
Oh, you haven't been hearing anything. I've been muted.
Not a word.
Okay, I have
Like,
a list.
damn, she's being
I,
awful quiet.
I was saying I'm pulling royals, and then I have a list, and then D wants one too. So I don't have her in the list, but I'm adding her to the end.
All right, I'm going to go grab my glasses real quick.
All right, and I'm doing Howard's right now. Royal Howard's. I was saying these haven't been broken that good yet. Royal got discrimination. Let's see if I remember how this book goes. Number 12. Okay. Okay. Questions for contemplation. What masks do you wear in your everyday life? What do you fear or hope might happen if you took off the mask? How does your inner elitist express itself? Do you sometimes think you are more evolved than others? Do you keep these thoughts to yourself, or do they sometimes leak out with malice? Be honest. Do you have a good sense of discrimination? Do you know who or what is healthy for you? How do you know this? Start listening to your voice when you speak. Notice how much of your pure heart is in it when you say. If there's a lack of heart, there may be a form of vanity present that isn't serving you. And because they give you kind of like a long story beforehand on these, I'll take a picture and email it to you so you can read the rest of it. And then Rob, you have Lori.
Maybe I can see the words to read it this time. Whoop. Middle of the deck. It is Rose Quartz, which is another one of my favorites. Weird. This deck is weird. This deck is just weird.
Tell me a rock you don't like.
Well, I like a lot of them, but I have favorites, and so far, the ones I've drawn have been two of my favorites.
Yeah.
Two of the ones that I have a lot of. Rose Quartz, unconditional love. Rose Quartz is full of unconditional love and infinite peace. It draws loving relationships to you, heals past emotional traumas, and provides support during a crisis. Self understanding, you are a beautiful soul who has infinite peace deep within and enormous empathy. Relationships are where you learn your soul lessons. Heal heartbreak or abuse, dissolve toxic emotions and pain to prevent you from giving and receiving love. You'll have a power to love unconditionally and to support others. Yeah, I got a couple big old chunks of rose quartz.
Okay. Was that the whole card?
There's more to it, but yeah, I'm just
Okay.
reading the top parts of them.
Okay, so I've got Evelyn. Yeah, it's got 25 minutes or so. 25 minutes and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. I don't even know how to pronounce this. Dynamism. Dynamism.
Hmm.
How you say that? Dynamism.
Hold it up again. Dynamism, yeah.
This will be interesting.
Dynamite.
Dynamite. Okay.
Little JJ Walker. Is that his name?
I believe so. If you do what you truly love, you will unleash your creativity, your creative dynamism, and the more creative you are, the more energy becomes available to you. Okay. The gift dynamism, shadow provocation. I can't talk tonight.
Rented lips.
Blah, 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 blah. Questions for contemplation. Where do you feel trapped or imprisoned by fear in your life? When you were a young child, were you allowed to enjoy and express your dynamism and vitality, or taught to subdue it? Does your anger ever get the better of you? Do people sometimes feel provoked by you and you don't always understand why? When was the last time you tasted true liberation? Think of something that you loved to do or play when you were a child, 7 and under. Spend some time engaging in that activity today and notice how good it feels. And this is for Evelyn. I'm going to take a picture for you. And then you've got Azariana.
All right.
Oh, I'm so tongue-tied tonight.
Ziriana pulled this card, and it is probably butchering this name too, but Rodeo Chrysite. Got nice and dark there, and you probably couldn't see that. This is a crystal that I actually don't have any of.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I don't have this one.
What is it again?
Rodochrysite. It's one of them ones that kicks my ass when I try to talk about it, and it has a lot of oil on the page, so it's going to be hard to read.
I'm wondering, I think I might have a piece. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm going to have to pick up a piece of this next time I go to the old crystal shop. Rodochrysite teaches the heart to assimilate painful feelings without shutting down, dissolving denial, and identifying ongoing detrimental patterns. It offers compassion, love, and forgiveness. You face the truth with loving awareness. Self-understanding of this crystal is deep down you feel alienated, unloved, or unappreciated at times. A history of sexual or emotional abuse creates dis-ease. Or you may have misused or feared your sexual power in the past. You may be repressing something you do not want to face, irrational fears or paranoia or unacceptable emotions. Unacceptable emotions need to be acknowledged and transformed. And the frequency of the crystal is high. The chakra is heart, solar plexus, base, and sacral. Timing is summer, and the soul path radiating unconditional love and selfless compassion.
Now I'm shuffling for Miss Debbie. And then you've got Breer. And then I'll have D. And I think
Radio
that's everybody.
actually grows, Azuriana? Like it grows? That's pretty cool. Yeah, Debbie, my inner child is like always at play.
I never lost my inner child, and I don't think I ever will.
No, I'm not growing up.
I don't have a problem with that. Artfulness for Debbie. 26. The gift is artfulness. Shadow is pride. I'll send you a copy of all the other information that they give around it. The questions for contemplation. How does pride express itself in your life? Out in the open, below the surface? Be honest. When growing up, what did you learn about selling yourself or about what it takes to be a success? Were you taught that if you don't use your willpower to make something happen, it won't? Where might you be pushing too hard with your will? Think of a time that you experienced a magical synchronicity in relation to a creative process. What attitude were you holding at the time? What does living in an artful life mean to you? Find a simple way to open up to more magic and ease in your life. Kind of almost anything about the child stuff you guys are just talking about. I will send you your full information here so you can get the whole wisdom story. Because they got some nice little stories with it. It would just be a 15-minute read, each one. And then you've got Breer.
All right. Hold the card for Bumblebee Jasper, which I do have a few pieces of that. And bam, open the book right to the page. What does that mean?
Oh, it's always a good thing.
Yeah. Bumblebee lips here. Can't read tonight. Rented lips. Bumblebee Jasper. God, that's just a tongue twister just saying it. Bumblebee Jasper. Startling colors instill new vibration. The stone stimulates new projects, bringing you the message that you must have honesty in your life. You must have honesty in your life. Self-understanding for the card, for the crystal. You are divine. You are a divine being with immense inner riches, holding the bright, energizing light of the sun. You are born to carry out a specific task. Charismatic, you naturally attract people. You have inner strength, encourageability to go where others do not dare. Harvest your resources and put them to work to heal dis-ease. And the frequency is earthy. The chakra is sacral, solar, and plexus. Timing is Leo, Virgo, and Sagittarius. Not Lee, like he lives next door. And the soul path is triumph over the impossible. It's a pretty cool crystal. I think you're muted again.
Oh, Sherry, we did get yours. I just forgot to put it on the list, but I did see your thumbs up. So Rob will do yours after I do D's. Sorry about that. I like the music you got on.
What music?
Tell me what music.
I don't hear any music. What are you talking about?
The voices in my head again. Now they're playing beautiful music.
They're telling me to put screws on my jaws and lock them together and go to Disney World with inappropriate clothing and steal
And
a car.
order extra barbecue sauce.
Yeah. Speaking of sauce, I made some special sauce today.
Ew, that's just... Wait a second. Farsightedness we got for D. Is that the pineapple jalapeno
Pineapple
sauce?
upside down cake. Yeah. Pineapple upside down cake. Yeah, pineapple jalapeno sauce.
Farsightedness.
Sounds hot, but it's not.
So it's something I could try without crying like a baby.
Yep.
Like a big old baby.
Yep.
If I have a jalapeno seed, I cry like a baby. KD, this one is yours. Farsightedness. That is your gift. The shadow is opinion. Questions for contemplation. Contemplation. Where are you being too hard on yourself? How can you be more gentle? Where do you actually have an opinion, but are afraid of sharing it? Where in your life could you use a backbone? Where do you tend to be hard on others? Are your strong opinions getting in the way of your relationships? Do you ever get caught up in defending your opinions or trying to convert people to see things your way? Who is a person you admire for his or her farsightedness or capacity to see the big picture? What does omniscience mean to you? Find the opposite of a strong opinion of yours. Sincerely look for evidence to prove this contrasting viewpoint. Stay open to what you learn. And I will take a picture and send that to you. And then, Rob, you've got Miss Sherry.
He wants to know if we went to the same school.
If who did?
Me and you.
Hard Knocks.
The School of Hard Knocks. Yes, we did. I still haven't graduated. I'm one of them holdbacks.
Okay, let me get this one.
All right, this is another one. It's another one that I don't have. Wow.
Oh.
Chrysicola. See, I don't have it. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing it right, but I think I am. I don't know. We'll see. Boom. Almost to the right page.
Boom, shakalaka.
One off. Tranquil and sustaining. Get the mic over here. Tranquil and sustaining. Chrysocolla encourages you to remain serene and strong during change or challenge. Dissolving destructive emotional programming, it increases energy assimilation. Self-understanding. The crystal, you have infinite capacity for forgiveness. Love yourself. If you cannot accept yourself, you cannot give love or accept the love of others. To heal your emotional black hole, connect to the universe, to the universal love that is inside you. It never runs out. You can then give love out to the world and receive it in a never ending flow. Frequency is earthy, chakra is cleanses and elite and activates all. Timing is Taurus, Gemini, and Virgo. Soul path is loving and valuing yourself.
Oh, and Janice, we have time. Would you like to do one for Miss Janice also?
Sure.
Because I put my box away. We still got 10 minutes. We cannot forget Miss Janice.
We'll catch you later, Debbie. Thanks for hanging out with us, as always. We're going to hang out again soon. Now that I don't really have a car. I'm going to fix that problem somehow, some way.
It'll happen.
It'll happen. Putting it out, who needs a motor? I'll just turn my car into like a Fred
Flintstone
car.
it.
Yeah, I'll just cut the bottom out and just paddle that thing. Gotta have a sense of humor, right? Otherwise, I'd be in a bell tower shooting people with
You'd be in a white jacket hugging yourself all day in a corner.
Exactly. All right, Janice, I picked pink granite. I say I picked it. I drew it. Or it drew it.
It picked you.
It
picked Janice.
Yep. Pink granite, the lightning bolt. Pink granite has the highest paragmatic resonance of all stones and creates immense energy. Well, it's starting out pretty good right there. Self-understanding. You are an ancient Egyptian with the... Man, this page is really messed up. With the arcane knowledge that role entails, but you originated in the stars. You understand cycles of birth, death, and rebirth, and immortality. You have been involved in ancient power struggles. Cut yourself loose. Become more grounded. Learning experiences occur regularly, and serendipitous synchronicities put you exactly in the right place at the right time. That was quite a tongue twister. I'm going to go ahead and read the rest of this one because it's not too long. The divination for this crystal. Be assertive and make things happen. Events move with surprising speed once you focus your intention. See the whole picture before deciding. Be pragmatic, but do not give power away. Maintain balance in a relationship. You need diplomacy and tact. Lightning can strike twice. If dealing with ancient strife, look at the bigger picture. Healing insight is everything must pass away. Death precedes transformation and rebirth. Frequency, earthy and high. Chakra, all. Timing, out of the blue. Soul path, a lightning conductor for positive change. Sounds like a pretty powerful crystal. I might need to get me a chunk of this.
Which one was that one again?
That is pink granite. Another one that I do not have.
I do not have one of those.
Yeah.
I miss my. I need to go out again. I need new rock hounding friends.
Yep.
I know a lot of good spots.
I should just hop on a plane now tomorrow and just come out there with, show up at your door with a pickaxe and
Oh, I got the pickaxe. I got
there
the
you go.
shovels. Yeah. I got it. It's all ready to go. I know a secret mountain that has museum quality pieces.
It just text you and say, "Hey, what are you up to today?" And you could answer me and say, blah, 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 blah. Well, come open the door because I'm standing.
That would be awesome.
So yeah, did everybody have a good 4th of July? Whoa, that music's loud.
I spent my 4th of July keeping my animals not freaked out.
Mine were pretty good this time around, although I spent part of my time while the main fireworks were going off downtown. I was in Walmart.
Oh wait, we had a show that night too.
Yeah, we did. That's right. Yeah, it wasn't. My animals didn't freak out too terribly bad. Tiki just got to where, when a really big boom would go off, she just barks at it. She runs to the patio door and, gives them the guard dog bark.
What on this earth possessed you to go to Walmart on the 4th of July?
I have no idea, but the place was empty. There was nobody in there. I thought seriously at one point, I was like, holy shit, did they close? Am I the last person in here?
Or is there an apocalypse and I don't know about it?
Yeah. I guess everybody was at the fireworks. Personally, I know a lot of people don't like fireworks. I actually like fireworks. I don't know. I sort of have this pyrotechnic fascination. But I didn't see the fireworks. I didn't go downtown. I didn't want to deal with all that. So I went to Walmart instead. But yeah, thanks to right up there in the corner, 904 Now, Pete from the 904 Now, they covered the local fireworks show here, which I have to say, our fireworks show is pretty badass. If you're into fireworks, they did an exceptional, hell of a good fireworks show. And actually, rumor has it that St. Augustine's fireworks, especially this year, are one of the best around the nation. I don't know if it's true or not. That's the rumor I've heard, though. It was pretty impressive.
Oh.
And, it's also pretty cool. They shoot them from a barge out in the bay. And it was pretty cool. On the 904 Now show this morning, they had 2 of the guys that were actually on the barge actually shooting the fireworks. And it's pretty cool to get a little backstory behind what and how they do it and all that. They work for the Santori Fireworks family company business. But yeah, it's a pretty cool place since they shoot them off a barge in the bay in downtown St. Augustine. You got the Bridge of Lions. It's basically right in front of the Castillo de San Marcos. You got the 209-foot big cross over there at the Mission. It's right in the epicenter of downtown St. Augustine, right on the bayfront. So it's a pretty epic place for fireworks.
What a trip.
And, when the weather's right and the water's right, if it's glassy, the water's nice and glassy. You got and then you have the full-on reflection going on underneath. It's pretty.
That's pretty magical.
Cool. Yeah. I still have traumatization of when I was a kid, though, and my mom took me down to see the fireworks, and somebody shot off a rocket in the crowd, and it like flew basically right into my hand and blew up in my hand. Yeah. Maybe that's why I have a fascination with fireworks, because I've always like blown stuff up. When my brother came back from the army, he came back with these wicked like quarter sticks of dynamite, and I remember I like bone swaggled a few of those when he wasn't looking, and I went out in the backyard, and I had this big metal. We used to have one of those wells in the backyard that you know pump the handle, and it had a big galvanized bucket hanging there. And I got the bright idea to take that bucket and put one of these quarter sticks of dynamite under it
and light
it, you know, and just, I'm thinking, you know, it's gonna blow up, but the bucket won't make it so loud that everybody in the neighborhood, it shot that bucket like 150 feet in the air.
I had some quarter sticks from Mexico. Did the same thing. Took a ATV, like a 5-gallon, plastic bucket, way the hell out there. They could see me on the spotting scope, all the way back. Lit that mother. We looked. The smoke, went out the bottom. We're like, did it dud out? Nope. That bucket just shot up so high.
Yep. Yeah, I remember when I was a kid too, we had the bright idea to put these big M80s. For some reason, we rounded up a whole bunch of clover and stuck it in this lady's mailbox, and then I don't know what the hell the clover was about, but yeah, we stuffed her mailbox full of clover and then put these big chunking real M80s in there and lit them, and man, it blew her mailbox to smithereens, and there was like clover like went sky high. I'm surprised the neighbors when I was a kid didn't just round all those kids up and
How old were you? Like 8?
I was probably a little older, probably 10, 12, something like that.
Because I used to do stuff around that age. Like, I don't know what it was with foliage, and I don't want to incriminate myself, but yeah, some neighbors ended up with foliage in places they probably didn't expect, and they probably had to have known it was us because we were kids and we thought we were so smart.
Yeah, I used to make those cannons like out of cans, like you would make the cannon, put the hole in the bottom, use hairspray or lighter fluid or whatever, and it would shoot a tennis ball. And we had those things wired where, I mean, boom, man, it would send a tennis ball like to outer space. And I had the bright idea. I'm like, I wonder what would happen if I soaked the tennis ball in lighter fluid. And
shit.
So yeah, it's like, boom, shot that thing. And I'm watching it and I'm like, that's badass. And then it's coming down and it's like, bouncing this.
Just fire everywhere.
A ball of fire like bouncing on all the rooftops. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna burn the whole neighborhood down. Yeah, I'm surprised we made it past childhood.
Remember potato guns?
Oh yeah. Yeah, oh yeah.
As we're passing the 11 o'clock mark.
Yep. Yeah, truth be told, I think I still have a potato gun. Well, cool. We
had Anthony in the house for a minute. Hi, Anthony, if you're still there.
What's up? Yeah, we were talking about you earlier. Was your ears burning? Damn Google. The damn Google.
Whacking off in them tool shed.
Big tech, man. They all suck. Anyways, we're at the end of the show. We're going to sign off, and y'all have a great week. Thanks for hanging out with us. We love y'all. And yeah, I heard some of y'all were talking in here about, being a big old family. We pretty much are. Some, weird, paranormal, weird news, goofy family. So we appreciate y'all being here. Damn Google bastards. Exactly. That's what I said, Anthony. Well, anyways, y'all have a great rest of the week. We'll see you on Paranormal Soup Sunday evening. Same bat time, same bat channel. And we'll be back again next Wednesday for another episode of Weird Wednesday. Good night.